dentistry is a very clinically focused profession, but you do that in a person, right? That belongs to a family that lives in a community. So you have to discuss those characteristics as well. So the social determinants of health, right, are very important there. You have to train them how to prepare a tooth, how to work in a mouth. But outside that, you have a person that is sitting in your dental chair. I love what I do. Academia is a quite complex environment, but I do enjoy this complex environment. Sometimes it's very disruptive. I like that. But for me in academia, one thing that I do cheer the most is when you feel uncomfortable. You have to feel comfortable by feeling uncomfortable. Right? Otherwise, you don't challenge yourself enough. So I like to feel uncomfortable.
Mario is really dedicated in teaching and researching very difficult topics.
We don't spend a ton of time in Canadian dental schools educating our students about these types of topics that mainly relate to dental public health. Substance use, mental illness. It's mainly taught from the pathophysiology or the biological components of it, but Dr. Brondani takes a more psychosocial approach to it.
Having Mario here at the Faculty of Dentistry at the University of British Columbia, it's really a wonderful opportunity to expand into different areas that maybe normally we wouldn't be focusing on. It's bringing that questioning, that awareness of different groups of people that we're still responsible to serve.
Mario, in his role as the Director of Dental Public Health, really has to champion some of the things that we do. It's not smooth sailing at all. When you are trying to introduce curriculum that doesn't really align with what we see as a practicing dental professional in a clinical practice, that is hard to sell to the faculty.
What I try to do is involve the community, not only recipients of the care that we give, but them as the teachers for our students. So we do research with homeless folks, right, to see what's the experience that they have, what the struggles, the stigma, the discrimination that they have. So I invite them to the classroom to teach our dental students, for example.
He has really enhanced the education that we have for our dental students to experience society that we are all going to be a part of, or at least the students are going to be a part of when they graduate.
Life doesn't happen here, right? Life happens in the community. So I like when we partner with community clinics.
Mario has been the coordinator of this rotation that our students do with the Portland Clinic that attends to a population that requires care so much.
Portland Dental Clinic is located in the heart of the downtown east side of Vancouver, which is the poorest postal code in the entire country is here in Vancouver. So the clients there, by history and by adversities of life, they use substances, they have mental health issues, they have many other priorities than teeth. Right? They don't care if the tooth is not white enough. They have to survive.
But in a community dental clinic, you have to make choices based on what your patients can afford. And sometimes the best choices are just not the options. And so it helps the students have a reality check. But for me, I saw it as an opportunity to really see those in need and put it into perspective how, as a dental professional, you might be able to serve these people and fulfill part of your social contract to the community.
Those that need the most receive the least amount of care. They have very few dentists that want to see them for various reasons. That's why I teach in dentistry, because that's the people that we have to care for. Right? The people that need you.
Dr. Brondani merges research, teaching, and mentorship beautifully. I met Dr. Brondani at UBC. I was a second PhD student. I loved the way he coached me to see things from a multi-dimensional perspective rather than unilaterally. He would always ask challenging questions. So what? Why do you want to do this? And what's the so what of what you're doing? And I find that when I'm thinking through things now, I ask that question as well. It's boosted my career in a way that I can't begin to describe.
I think the legacy that he'll leave is a really strong understanding of how we teach students in different areas of dental public health across Canada. I think he's really built that foundation of knowledge over the last couple of years, and I think it's something that will be used for a very long time.
I think the most important part that I think I would like to see on my students is making a difference. That difference could be small, can be medium, can be large, but try to make a difference in your community.
I think Dr. Brondani has changed the world and made it better just by teaching and mentoring people like me.
Thank you very much, ADEAGies Foundation, for the award. It's quite humbling to me. I hope you keep innovating, you keep challenging us to be better educators, you keep enabling us to do much more discoveries years to come. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Mario.
Congratulations on this award.
We here at University of British Columbia, we are so extremely proud of you.
You're well deserving of this award.
I'm super happy for you, and I'm sure that you're going to get a lot more recognition for all the hard work you've been doing.
It's been a pleasure working with you and being your friend for so many years, and wish you all the best.
The Mike Petryk School of Dentistry is part of the University of Alberta. We have approximately 400 students in our programs, and we are the only dental school in Alberta. So a number of years ago, we had a very successful accreditation, but a number of us had felt for some time that we needed not just to make tweaks to our curriculum, but really to make some substantial changes. So we realized that we had to really overhaul from the ground up.
Obviously, the question often came was, why? Why all of a sudden, when you got what you could say would be a perfect score, in terms of doing what was expected of a dental school, why would you go forward?
Before we developed the new curriculum, the students in first and second year didn't attend clinics. They were away from us. They were over in Medicine. They were with medical students. The lectures were excellent. We have an extremely fine medical school, but they weren't tailored towards what dentists have to know in clinical practice.
When we looked at our previous curriculum, the curriculum was so packed, and every minute was used in so many different ways, and the student felt so much learning pressure.
Did we really need all those assessments? And the other thing was that our curriculum for many years, many things had been added in, not so many things had been taken out.
Now we were thinking, if we wanted to start from scratch, what do we do? And so we felt it would be important to have people who know how to develop a curriculum to help us march through that process.
And it really took us about 2 years to really design the structure of the curriculum. We spent a lot of time on that. The whole school was involved in this process. We had a small curriculum renewal committee, and that was our group that really led the changes, but really everybody took part in giving feedback and collaborating in the changes.
And a lot of our focus in the curriculum renewal that we undertook was to improve and make the student experience better.
So we went through the lectures, slide by slide, lecture by lecture, lab by lab, and we picked out, we identified those parts of the medicine lectures that were significant to dentistry. And we used that as the foundation for this.
The courses are set up so that multiple teachers come together. They would be representing multiple disciplines to teach the content within the course. We've actually turned around the whole context and concept of why and how the course was developed, in that the course is centered on the student, where in the past the courses would be centered on the content or the disciplinary interest.
This is something that was new. Again, it was a bit frightening because it could have maybe gone the other way for us, and there was no turning back once we did this.
We were able to implement the curriculum then over a 4-year period with our first-year class that started in 2019, every year being the new class that would take on the new curriculum.
Because we went from having all of our lectures, our little pet lectures we'd done for years, and being in our own little silo, and all of a sudden I'm dealing with all of the faculty, and they all know what I'm doing. All of us are dialoguing back and forth. We would talk about, well, what did you take today? What are you doing? What are you teaching in your lecture now? Or what are you going to teach? Am I going to interfere with what you're doing? And we're trying to mesh this into an educational experience.
We no longer have any courses that have a discipline-specific name to them. There is no course in orthodontics. There is no course in pedodontics. There is no course in anatomy. We have interdisciplinary courses now that allow for that integration to occur across 3 streams that we have within our program model. And really, it's giving the students a chance right off the bat to understand these things together rather than here, and here in the curriculum.
We still have the rigor of the medical content, but now we deliver more of that on our schedule.
And the students used to complain that they were never in dentistry. I came here to be, I heard this so many times, I came here to be in dentistry, I'm not in dentistry, when can I start? Back in the late 60s and the 70s, is that I remember waiting for 2 years so I could get in there and actually put my hands on a patient. And I learned a lot of good things, but there had to be a better way to do that. Fast forward to the new curriculum, that first year, right from day one, the students are in dentistry. They're doing labs and things like that, but they get a chance to go into the clinic now. They get a chance to see the clinic, to maybe do things that are within their abilities. But they're actually part of the program. They're moving with that program. It is like night and day. These are students who are 3 months into the program. They are talking like practitioners. When I question them, they know the answers to it. They're enthusiastic. And quite frankly, we are different now. We're different as faculty.
Students have found this new curriculum to help them to understand and gain their professional identity as a dentist way sooner than previously.
Our applications have literally doubled. And so we now have approximately 870 applications in this cycle for our 32 seats in the first-year program.
I think our students are better equipped to go into practice, to face the world. I think they're able to make better decisions. The other thing that's happening is that students are more likely to come back and engage in dental education, and that's something that we need. We need their opinion.
The Innovation Award from the Gies Foundation is very exciting. It is kind of a capstone for a lot of hard work.
Really such an honor, and an honor for the whole school, because this really was all of the students, the faculty and the staff working together, and I'm just so pleased that the hard work of so many has been recognized.
I'd like to thank the Gies Foundation for this award to our school. We don't set out on these occasions to seek for an award like that, but the recognition and the support and the encouragement towards excellence that comes through these types of experiences are very important, and we're grateful for that.
It's kind of evidence that vision can become reality, because it feels like I remember when it was an idea in someone's mind, and now we are here, and we have something that has really made a difference for the school and maybe even education.
I came into dentistry as one of very few behavioral scientists, a psychologist, and kept getting the question, what are you doing in a dental school? But I did find myself moving through leadership roles in higher education, starting at the dental school in Buffalo, going to Colorado first as vice president, and then being selected as president of the University of Colorado, the first woman president, I might add. And as I moved through those roles, I realized how few of us are fully prepared to take on major leadership roles.
As a senior consultant, she works with dental schools and other institutions on projects like strategic planning to help them think about, envision the future, and then develop an actionable plan to achieve that future. She's such a visionary, and she's able to bring that vision and that passion to those she works with as a consultant.
Because Judith has some unique skills that are very rare in any community, where you take a researcher and combine it with executive management talent. We look to Judith Albino to help us co-lead an effort to look at oral health in America. Have we made any progress?
My colleague, Dr. Bruce Dye, and I were co-editors of the 20-year update to the Surgeon General's report of 2000.
And together, they were able to co-opt many researchers, hundreds of researchers, and then produced a report that we now call Oral Health in America.
But we discovered that a lot has changed. We've dramatically improved access to dentistry and oral health services for children, not so for adults. Dentistry is still extremely expensive. And as we know, dentistry is still not covered by Medicare. And so older adults are struggling to get the oral health care that they need.
It conveys to the public the importance of oral health to general health. It's much clearer to everybody why oral health has to be integrated into primary health care, why oral health professional education has to be interprofessional health education.
Dr. Albino is an authentic leader, and she has always empowered everybody around her. When I was a junior faculty at University of Colorado, she would always ask me about my opinion and my perceptions, and that made me feel that my opinions mattered. It helped empowered my own thought process.
Dr. Albino's influence has been nationwide. She was the principal investigator for the only NIDCR Center for Native Oral Health.
We were in those communities for about 10 years. We had one simple rule that we would hire all the people who were working in the community. They were all from the community and they were Native. So that really helped with trust building.
The whole context of a person's life comes to play when they have threats to their health. But we also learned you don't address oral health issues as an isolated problem. Every tribal community will have its own concerns and its own needs and its own way of working with problems. But we could not design a program to address those issues unless we worked with the people and understood how they saw these problems and how they were comfortable in addressing them.
But what I see in Dr. Albino is this selflessness and a focus on the welfare of others, on the well-being of others.
She means the world to a lot of people. She has impacted the lives of so many people.
Judith Albino exemplifies one of the
best characteristics of the William J. Gies Award in that she truly is an interdisciplinary leader. And that's futuristic in my mind. I'm thinking ahead of what kind of leader will be necessary for not only dental education, but the practice of dentistry, oral health of the American people and of the people of the world. William J. Gies would have been proud of that selection.
There's an adage that says something like, smooth seas don't make good sailors. And I know that Dr. Albino hasn't always had smooth seas, but I've certainly watched her persevere, and I've appreciated her resilience. And as a part of that, her courage.
I hope that my impact has been through helping people to see that no matter how good our techniques, no matter what we learn in terms of the science and the technology, if we don't understand people, we can't provide good health care. There's just nothing that I could consider more wonderful than being recognized at this point in my career with this award. I certainly want to thank ADEA and the Gies Foundation. This is just an award beyond my wildest imagination. I'm so grateful. I also want to thank all of the wonderful students, faculty, colleagues, and leaders with whom I've worked over the course of my career. It's just been an immensely rewarding experience.
Judith, congratulations on this Gies Award.
On behalf of my community and the behavioral epidemiology and social science research community, we all wish Judith all the best going forward, and our warmest congratulations.
So well deserved. Thank you so much for your influence, your impact, the way that you've changed me personally and countless others.
I grew up in Akron, Ohio. My father was a general dentist in a small town, and I just assumed that I would go into private practice with him when I graduated from dental school. So one of my classmates in dental school, he wanted to be a professor. And then he convinced me to go to an American Association for Dental Schools meeting, which was the precursor to ADEA. And it just opened my eyes to the thought that this could be a career. When I first became dean of the School of Dentistry, I mobilized our community to develop a strategic plan.
It was already a top-notch institution, already a great dental school, but there were things that she wanted to do right away. For example, the facilities. She wanted to improve facilities.
We started a 4-year renovation of the entire building in 2018. She managed to guide us through that process right after the COVID crisis started, and then bring us up to full speed. And we still finished that renovation within the time frame of 4 years that was projected. So Dr. McCauley's contribution to the success of the university has really been this capacity that she has to deal with difficult times and difficult problems and maintain a steady hand, maintain a steady course for the university.
She has the gift of administration as well as the human touch of compassion. Under her leadership, we have seen expansion of our community-based dental education programs.
The majority of patients that are seen in these clinics are low-income patients. These are many times Medicaid or Medicare patients
that are not seen in other places. So the impact of the work that our students provide to these patients is tremendous. For many of them, this is the only care that they can receive. We have observed that a steady increase in the proportion of our students that go to public health practices right after graduation. And I think that a lot of it has to do with the outreach program that Laurie McCauley started.
And so it just expands the outreach and the care for people throughout our state, the nation, and across the globe.
Laurie's a world-class researcher. She wanted to ensure that not only did we keep our status as a top-tier institution for research, but that we built on that.
We observed a very significant increase in funding for research in the school. That's about 3 times higher funding levels as opposed to before Laurie. And again, my job today is to try to maintain our school in that level.
So my research has been in the basic cell and molecular biology of bone, how bones form, how they are lost during inflammatory conditions and metabolic bone diseases. And I've always been intrigued by the relationship between overall skeletal bone and bone in the oral cavity. I have been able to incorporate, I think, my vision of how critical research is to the practice of dentistry and the profession of dentistry. This is not my idea per se, but it is the vision that I have been engaged in my entire time as a faculty member. In other words, the generation of new knowledge is not only a privilege, but it's a responsibility of our profession.
Looking at Laurie's career is really an inspiration to all of us. She has been successful not only within the context of a dental school and in dentistry, but now she has expanded the influence and the impact of her work way beyond it. So she's impacting the function and the day-to-day operations and the budgets of this entire university. From the research perspective, it's the same thing, right? So her research was initially very dental, but then with the work on prostate cancer and bone metastases, she is, as a dentist, she is impacting the field of urology and oncology. And that is an opportunity that we all have. We just have to take it.
Laurie's legacy can be so many things, but I think the thing that really resonates with me is her mentorship and just the countless number of faculty, staff, and students that she's had influence on over the last few decades.
What I'm most proud of is really the mentoring and the development of future educators, future practitioners.
Dr. McCauley has had a profound impact on my career. I came back into dental education because of her leadership, but under her leadership, I was able to be promoted not only from a director of an office, but also all the way to associate dean of the office. I credit her mentorship, I credit her leadership and her compassion in taking the time to sit with me and say, we're going to make this happen.
The Gies Award is a huge honor in our profession. It signifies that one's colleagues and peers think they've made a difference. You know, it's not the work that I've done individually, really. It's the work of the people around me in the communities who have bolstered and partnered with me. And then in part, you just feel like, wow, what an honor. I'm incredibly honored and appreciative to the ADEAGies Foundation for this recognition, to the individuals who nominated me, and especially to my students, colleagues, over 30 plus years who have made my career incredibly rewarding. Thank you.
Laurie, I just want to say congratulations on this well-earned and well-deserved award. I can't think of anyone who is more deserving for the recognition of your leadership and vision. And I just want to take the moment to thank you for your mentorship.
We are all so very proud of you. And in the name of the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, and actually the entire university, we want to thank you for all that you have done for us, for dental education, and for the dental profession. Thank you, Laurie, and congratulations.
I'm sitting today as the chair of the board of ADEA, and that has a lot to do with Provost Dr. Dean McCauley. And I will thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm so grateful to see you receive this award.